If the lawn seems to end abruptly where the woodland begins, your first thought might be, what should I plant here? But the plants are not the first question. Before you are thinking about any plants, I would like you to do this instead. I want you to look at your woodland edge like a garden designer would. Because once you learn to see what's really happening in your woodland edge, you have a much better starting point to start designing your woodland edge area. If we haven't met before, I'm Sari, a garden and landscape designer, and here at Garden Design Stories, I help home gardeners to create beautiful, natural-looking gardens by thinking like a garden designer before choosing any plants. Let me show you what I mean. So this is a photo of one of my garden design projects. You can see here that the garden is under construction. But the reason why I chose this image is that here you can see very clearly those two different landscapes. There is the wants to be garden, the cultivated garden space, and then there is this established woodland. And when you look at this image, you can see that they are very separate areas. There is a very clear division between those two areas. And actually there is this property line that is going along the woodland edge. These two landscapes are not speaking to each other at all. And I would say that the both areas, the established woodland is beautiful and the garden would be beautiful. The problem isn't necessarily that what is growing there. The problem is that these two different landscapes are not connected yet to each other. They stay very separate. So this photo is from exactly the same place, from the same garden. Just a couple of years later, after the garden has been constructed, it has been landscaped, all the plants have been planted, and it has grown for a couple of years. So we have again the same woodland edge, but I would say that it looks very different. And the reason why it looks so different is that now we have a real transition. And if you look at the image, you might notice that there is the flow from the garden to the woods beyond. You can't find the property line. It is the same, exactly the same straight line, the property line between the woodland and the garden. But at this time, you can't find where is this exact division, where is it happening. You can just sense that these two different landscapes, they have come closer together, they are speaking to each other, and there is this nice, very smooth flow from one area to another, in this case from the garden to the landscape beyond. And everything feels much softer. And I think it's very important when you have this different kind of landscape that you build the transition between those areas. So this is more like a garden design question, not a planting question. Now it's your turn. Just go outside and take a couple of steps back so that you can really see your own garden and also the woodland beyond. And you can start asking questions like, where does this garden end? Where does the woodland start? Can I see very clearly where this change happens? Where is there like a very hard line between those two different landscapes? Are you seeing and reading them as two different landscapes, or is there a connection? Do they feel like belong to the same cohesive landscape? And don't try to fix anything. It's important you just start noticing and seeing what's happening in the woodland edge. If you have looked at your own woodland edge and realized this is exactly what's happening in my garden, they are two separate landscapes. They are not speaking with each other. They are not visually connected. This is something that I really can help you with. I have created the Woodland Edge Garden Kit. I will guide you step by step through this process, how to visually connect your cultivated garden and the woods beyond. And I'm using this same exact garden project and also the garden plan of this project to help you with your own woodland edge design project. You'll find a link below if you would like to join me. Until next time, keep looking, keep noticing, and please give yourself time to really see what's happening in your garden before you start changing it. Happy designing, and I see you in the next video.